Hey guys, welcome to my first ever podcast. How's it going? My name is Shipway, and man, I don't even know where to begin for my first story. There's been a lot that's been happening in a couple of weeks. Have you ever seen a movie called Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? I have. And it's so much fun! Even when you want to get freezing cold. The movie makes me feel like I want to bust the ghost again. It just makes me feel like a kid, which is what I wanted to happen. Not because of that dreadful 2016 reboot. Ugh. I mean, it's not gonna be wrong. Afterlife is good, but this one's better, in my opinion. Much better. Because, I'll tell you why. Because it's got all of the famous characters. Well, sorry. I've got all of the original characters from the Ghostbusters. Except for Egon, because Harold Ramis died back in 2014. But, yeah, it's got all of them. By the way, there's a spoiler alert, so shh. Bill Murray is fantastic, even though he's in it for 2 scenes. It's got Dan Aykroyd. He's in it for almost the whole entire movie. Seriously, like, he's in it way more than the guy who plays Winston. And he's got the girl who says, "We got a ghost!" Or, "Ghostbusters, what do you want?" Don't know her name, but I know she plays Melbits. And it's got the same characters from Afterlife. It's got Caddy Spengler, Phoebe Spengler's mother, and late granddaughter of Egon Spengler. And he even has got Gary Guberson. Funny the name, but yeah, he's now the boyfriend of Caddy Spengler. Now, I think he might be the dad. I'm not sure. Because I left it on a weird note of the movie, which I want more to be told. It's got Lucky, a friend of Trevor Spengler, who's also the grandson of Egon Spengler. So Lucky's actually the friend of that guy. And there's podcasts on it, which is funny because this is my podcast as well. So yeah, the movie was a lot of fun. It had a very interesting character called Goraka, or a really interesting villain called Goraka, who could freeze you to death. He can feed upon fear, and cold, and ice. Apparently it caused the second ice age. And the only way to defeat him is if he called a firebenders from Avatar. No. Seriously, that's what they're called. They're called a fire masters, which almost sounds like firebenders. Now, that may be one of the most stupidest story plots I've ever heard in a movie. There's only one critique I have to take from the movie. I didn't like the Ghost and Phoebe. I didn't like Melody and Phoebe in the movie because their relationship, it felt like they were a bit forced. Because, I mean, she just met her. You don't have to make them into a couple. I have to say, I love the movie, but I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars for that Melody and Phoebe critique. I mean, it was a good movie, but that's why I have to rate it. The other movie I saw was Godzilla X Kong. Now, I know most of you haven't heard of it, but you block your ears now. Spoiler warning! So, where to begin? Kong is now in Hollow Earth as a king, and he's been hunted by dogs, like giant dogs, and he meets a baby Kong. He's so cute, but when he meets Kong, he just bites his hand. Like he just holds his hand out, and the baby Kong is like, ah! Godzilla's just being back to his grumpy old self, destroying the landmarks, killing kaiju. He dealt with a giant spider and splattered his brains out. But it's a very interesting story. Had some very interesting human characters, even though it's a bit boring for the human story. I mean, couldn't you just make a very interesting human story like Godzilla back in 2014? That was interesting. Back then, I was like, ooh, this is very interesting. And now we're just going back to a story where Gia, who's this deaf actress, who's played by a deaf actress. So behind the scenes, I heard they had to learn ASL, American Sign Language. So the adoptive mother of this girl, she had to look after this adoptive girl because she's the last of her people in an island. But down in the Hollow Earth, there's a whole new colony of her people. And they're Sorry, I heard there's a weird tinkling. We got a ghost in the background. We meet some iwi, which is the same tribe's people as Gia. And they're worshipping a giant moth creature called Mothra, who's beautiful. Like, if you see her in a cinema, you'll be like, she's so beautiful. Kong has to deal with, he has to deal with two kaiju. One, like an orangutan sort of ape with claw-like appendage hand. And a giant kaiju that can spew frozen breath from his mouth. And if you get frozen, you don't die. You just get frozen, and then one of the kaiju just smashes you to pieces. Which is what happens at the end of the movie. Kong and Godzilla team up. Which, first, Godzilla's like, what are you doing in my territory? Rawr, let me destroy Egypt to kill you. And then, they go into this amazing battle sequence where they go to Hollow Earth and they're in zero gravity where they have to fight in outer space. Well, sort of outer space, but yeah, that's basically my story today. For Godzilla and X Kong, 5 happy faces. I love the movie so much, I want to see it again. Woo! Welcome to your sports recap. If you don't want to listen to any sports, please mute this video or leave. Now, since you're tuning into sports, let me tell you what happened in the sports recap. There was 2 games that was going on last week. Crows and Adelaide United were playing. I watched the Crows. They were doing crap. Halftime, they were losing by 4 goals. Which sounded like a terrible idea for me. So at the halftime, I just turned off the TV, walked over to my room, turned on my TV, watched Paramount Plus, and there was Adelaide United playing. And they were winning 1-0. I was like, ooh, this will be interesting. Because really, Adelaide United are doing better than the men in the AFL. So, I was watching, and boy oh boy was it a good game. Mouth-watering action. There was this 18-year-old kid who just got signed for Bayern Munich, by the way. He won't be leaving until the end of this season, which will be in a couple, 3 weeks, I think. So, this kid has never scored a hat-trick until now. When it was the second half, they just kicked the ball around, and he just came running by, scored a goal, and then 2 minutes later, he ran by and scored another goal. So that was his hat-trick complete. But, boy oh boy, did all hell break loose. There was Josh Rislin, the captain for the opposing team, who tackled our 18-year-old player, and then he got yellow carded, even though it was a red card offense. And the VAR, the video assistant referee, they did nothing about it. They just said, let him go. Meanwhile, the whole entire crowd were like, boo! And then when they saw our player touching the ball, like, yay! It was a very entertaining game. I didn't manage to watch the last quarter of the Adelaide Crows. I just went to bed just straight after. Didn't want to watch anymore. I was like, oh my god. The other round started last night against the Crows in Melbourne. Same story again, but this time I didn't have any soccer to watch, so I had to watch a whole entire football match. That was fun. Not. So we did put up a fight though. The score was 76-86. So we did lose by quite a few points, but not too much against Fremantle, where we lost by like 36 points. And that's the end of the story. So the sports recap. Breaking news. Taiwan was recorded a 7.5 earthquake in Tokyo. That's it.
Is Taiwan in Tokyo?
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
Thank you. my local editor that said is Taiwan is not in Tokyo. Hang on. Not Taiwan. Taiwan. Yeah, it's a country in East Asia. Yeah, it's in China. It's off of Fujian. Well, there's a story for you. Taiwan is not in Japan or in Tokyo. It is something completely different. I'm so sorry to all the Taiwanese people who thought they were in Japan. It's actually in China. And for the Tokyo people, I think Godzilla might be coming to stomp you. I'm sorry. That's all I wanted to say. Breaking news is over. Hey guys, Craig here. I've had a few people recommend some advice to me. Yes, you noticed I'm recording from my home. It's 6:30 p.m. right now, and well, let's see what advice they've got for me, because I'm intrigued and interested. Hey, you.
Hi Craig, my name is Megan. I'm one of the hosts from Tutti Radio. I was wondering, how would you give me advice on ratings on a movie? Hope you're having a good day. But to make you come down here one day.
Sure. Want me to start talking? I have to say, Megan, that was pretty nice at the end of what you said about me coming over to you guys for 2D Radio. But what you said about rating a movie? Well, you need to watch a movie first and then see if you liked it. That's what I normally do, because normally I'll go into a movie blind, and then at the end of the movie, I normally rate it. You know, let's say out of 10 or 5, that's how I normally rate it. Why are you giving me that look? Well, that was a very sweet video. This next video will make you cry. You should bring some tissues. Let's hear our next one.
Hey Craig, I'm feeling a little down right now. Do you have any advice for me of what I can do right now? at all. Maybe I could chill out with my friends and start a laugh thing. Like, because I'm good at jokes. I can probably do that, but I want your opinion. I need something bigger than just to make my friends laugh. And I was wondering if you have any ideas.
Man, I'm sorry. Gosh, sorry. Is someone cutting onions around here? Man, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, if you have jokes to tell to your friends, do it. I'm sure they'll listen to you, and I'm sure they'll have some good jokes. And if you have enough time, give them a hug. Just brighten your day. Don't be like there in the corner sulking away. Because what if your friends be like, don't want to talk to her. So just be open to yourself. Just make jokes. Be happy. Be friendly. And talk to them. Hey guys, it's Craig again. We are going to do a reaction segment to two of my favorite reactions. Here we go.
Fucking goat outside.
It's just a goat.
No, it's a fucking goat. A fucking goat outside.
It's just a goat.
No, it's a fucking goat.
I don't even know where to begin. That one was so funny, but I don't know why that kid had such a potty mouth. I bet you that would be like hiding in the corner, like, not again. Meanwhile, the mum would be like, what? And she'll walk over to the dad and give him and slap him or something. Moving on to the next video, see what happens. Waiting. Poor doggy. Bless you. It's like a nuke went off. Oh my god. That was so... that doggy was sneezed like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 times. And it was like... If I lived in a house, I would buy a new house and buy a new dog. Or maybe give it over to the dog, give it over to the police so they can be a dog sniffer dog. Do you have any funny videos you can share to me? Share it to me. You can show it to me. And you got any funny videos you can show to me? Share it to me, and I'll react it on here. Bye. And that's the end of my. Oh, sorry. We should put a plate on that. Thank you very much for watching my first ever podcast. If you want to email me some videos, some funny videos for me to react to, my email is just right down here. Or you can just email my editor. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Goodbye.